Hi, welcome back to Orange Slices. I'm Wendy.
And I'm Wendy.
And we are here to talk about the city of Orange.
Yes, which is being torrentially downpoured at this point.
So, we have quite a few things going on in the city. I guess there's this store called Aldi.
Aldi. I love Aldi.
I don't know
Aldi
anything about it.
Great. When I was growing up, we would go to Aldi. They're all over the Midwest, especially in Missouri. And every summer when we'd be at our grandparents', we would go to Aldi. And it's kind of plain wrap stuff. It's no off-brand. You don't know the name of the manufacturers, but it's really good quality things. In fact, it's owned by two brothers. Well, it's owned by one of the brothers. The other brother owns Trader Joe's. So they have really good stuff.
Is it a supermarket? Is it what?
It's like a supermarket,
like a hardware store with the everything, or just a supermarket?
It's a supermarket, but they have like luggage and beauty care products, but they don't have shelves. It's very odd. They just open the boxes, and they have like say 3 or 4 boxes piled on top of each other. And then the open box at the top, and you just pick the stuff out of the box and put it in your cart. And you have to pay for your cart and put a little quarter in. And then the carts are chained together.
So is it good quality food? Is it good
Great
quality luggage?
Stuff. Yeah, and they have really good wine too.
Oh, interesting.
Wine.
Okay.
And produce.
And what's this thing about the whole shopping cart? Because it's something that's kind of foreign to me.
Oh, it's so the carts don't get stolen. It cuts down on costs when people steal the carts. So they're all kind of chained together with little keys, and you put a quarter in, and then the chain pops off, and you can go around with the cart, and then you bring it back and push it in, put the key in, and you get your quarter back.
Okay. And so we bag our own things?
Yes, you bring your own bags or boxes, because since they have boxes standing around, everybody just packs their stuff in the boxes because, in the Midwest, they don't make you pay for bags.
Yeah, here they do. So I guess this location is opening at the Staples store location that's located on Tustin Avenue and Meats. And so we won't have a Staples anymore. We're not going to have an Office Depot, which is unfortunate. So that's kind of a bummer. But
and Turner's moved into the West Marine store.
Yeah, they did.
So I'm a little concerned about parking. I don't know that parking lot's going to be able to handle what's going to end up.
Yeah, it's not a big parking space
it's
area.
It's because you have French's there, and then the card
Zito's
shop.
Pizza. You have Bevmo. Bevmo gets a lot of traffic.
And bar.
The kind of
ballet kind of exercise place.
And Subway and others.
Yeah.
Now, I know that there have been talks that Staples has had some problems with homeless issues, people coming in constantly asking you to use the restrooms. I wonder if the other locations have that too, like Bevmo and Zito's.
I would think Zito's would, but I haven't heard of any other locations having challenges like that.
Which makes me want to lead into the next topic of the homelessness issue in Orange. And that's something that is constantly being brought up in social media.
Absolutely.
And it's really an issue that all of us are experiencing in Orange. And we have people on one extreme who they just want to help the homeless and give them their money and give them food, everything they possibly can. And then you have the other extreme of just get these weirdos out of here. Right. I'm just quoting what people have said.
Right. And
it's hard. We have a city that has the same number of police officers as they had back in 1960.
Yet in 1960 we had 26,000 people, and now we're at about 140,000.
Yeah.
So there's a real big gap there.
Yeah, it's not our police force
is stretched.
Yeah, they're definitely stretched, because when you call to say, hey, I have an issue over here, let's say off of Tustin Avenue, sometimes they are sending police officers all the way from the block area to come and assist you. They are very stretched. It's like the supply and demand is just not working. So Orange is one of the safest cities in the entire country. We're ranked right up there with Irvine, and a lot of people don't know that. I think it's important for people to understand that.
And it says a lot about our police force. And on such a small budget force, they can keep the city as big as it is and as stretched out as it is. We talked about that the last time. You know, reasonably well patrolled and very safe. Yeah. But it is frustrating. I know that people have seen homeless people doing crazy stuff that shouldn't be done in public. And I'm not even gonna, dignify it with talking about it, but that's not anything that kids or any of us need to see. About, like, we used to have homeless people that everybody cared for. While it wasn't a great situation, it wasn't the aggressive homeless that we have now.
Well, the dynamic has changed so much, even in the entire state of California. I don't even like going up to LA anymore. And I used to love taking my kids up there, because there are so many different things to do and see up in LA. But when you go up there now, it's filthy. You can't even go to San Francisco. It is just, it's really, really unfortunate. Now they have the typhus epidemic going on. It's not only affecting the homeless people, it is now affecting the residents, the business people, and that's a big issue.
Huge issue.
Yeah.
It's really dangerous, and we don't want that here. As much as our hearts may go out to, unfortunate circumstances, I truly believe in my heart that if you're in an unfortunate circumstance like that and you're not in a shelter, then you're not really looking for help. I mean, how many of the people who are down on the riverbed?
Only 2% of the people who were offered help on the riverbed accepted the help. And that is astonishing. But we cannot, by law, make people accept the help.
Right.
So this is the question, what do we do? So we would love to hear from our viewers. What do you think should happen? What do you think should be done?
Because it's not really a population you can ignore. I mean, it's really not. You've got humanitarian issues at play here that need to be taken care of, but at what cost? Certainly not at the cost of your citizens, and certainly not at the cost of, your city's health
and businesses
and
suffer.
Safety.
We've had issues with Rekindle. They've had numerous break-ins. They had an issue with their breaker that was caught on fire because there was a homeless man behind that little area who, I guess he was using a hot plate or something, and he was trying to cook something, and it started the breaker on fire. And I mean, these are people's businesses. When the homeless population starts to have a negative effect, that much of a negative effect on businesses, on residential areas, that's when we need to really speak up. That's why we want to hear from our viewers and hear from people saying, this needs to stop. Let's come up with some resolutions for this, because just complaining and whining and crying about it is not going to solve the problem. We need to be proactive, and we need to really let our voices be heard about this.
Definitely.
Yeah, where do we want money to be spent?
Because at one time there's going to be a tipping point. We're going to have an instance or an episode that happens where the police aren't going to be available because they're taking care of some homeless situation, or it could even be a homeless situation where they're running across the street and somebody hits them. But eventually there's going to be a tipping point where there's going to be so much going on that they're not going to be able to take care of it.
I hope not. I hope it never ever gets to that.
But
well, it's just like, this corner that we live on, we live on that strange corner of Sycamore and California Street. People plow through that corner all the time. And we've tried to get a stop sign there. But the city says, well, there's never been any accidents. So, well, yes, there have, but they've also said there have never been any deaths. So my thing is do we have to have somebody die before we get a stop sign there? Are you kidding?
Well, every month or so, you hear this huge, horrific crash coming up the hill.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because somebody's crashed
here
into
on
somebody.
Lincoln. It's a
new
busy street.
9155 interchange.
Yeah. So
and nobody sits there anymore.
So to that conversation of, do we have to wait for something catastrophic to happen?
Unfortunately.
But that's like taking, saying that we're not going to do preventive medicine.
Well, I think all the preventative medicine I think a lot of it goes to high visibility areas in this town. I think that there's a lot, a discord
some areas get more attention than others, or so it seems. That could be, I think that's debatable. That would be a good debate. But, in any good business, safety is the number one priority. It's number one for your customers, your employees. Our city needs to be run in that way.
Just like the federal government needed to be run like a business.
Absolutely, need to be run like a business, and that's exactly what our president is doing. That's a whole nother story.
Sure. But our city needs to follow suit.
Our city needs to be following that example, and we need to put our police force as a priority. We need to hire more. The money aspect, I think, is probably the biggest issue.
Well, we're a training force. A lot of people come in, train, and
they move to another
jobs.
But we also have officers on the force that
been there for forever, and a wonderful
and they live in the
examples.
community.
Yes.
They love this community, and that's why they stay, because they have a passion for where they live, and they want to see it stay safe as well.
And that's what we want. We don't.
Right.
While we appreciate all of our officers, I don't think any of us want them to come for a couple years and feel that they have to leave to take care of their families. We want them to stay in the community and to become, those pillars of the community. We should have police on our city council, in my opinion. I mean, they have just as much voice as business owners or real estate people. I mean, why is there?
They're out on the front line,
and they know what's going on.
Yeah. I'm just curious to know what the people of Orange think. I want to know what they think about our police force and what's a priority.
How do we?
Should we build more parks? Should we just put more palm trees along Tustin Avenue, or should we take that money and put it into the police?
Right.
Yeah, one of my sons, he goes to school in Irvine, and I mean, every day driving him to and from school, there are police everywhere in Irvine. Everywhere. They're very present. I think they're present here in Orange, but not to the extent that we see in Tustin or Irvine or even Newport Beach. I would like to see our tax dollars spent on our police force.
Definitely. Well, Orange, we have a unique position in the center of the county. We're right in the middle.
We're the heart of Orange County.
Coming through to get home, working, shopping. We're not just a bedroom community. We're a centrally located area.
Yeah, and we have people who do come here from other cities who come to our 3rd of July celebration. They come to our tree lighting, the candlelight processional. They come for all sorts of things. They don't even live in the city, but the street fair. They come to all these things. They're drawn to Orange because Orange has something very, very special about it. But we need to strengthen our police force. We need to let our police do their job.
So this week we talked about Aldi.
Yep, Aldi coming in where the Staples location is going to be going out. And then we linked that into homeless issues, police,
where our money as a city is being spent, where the importance of dog park to be police, palm trees to be police.
So what we'd like to know I guess, from our followers, our viewers, is what's most important to you? Is it police? Is it a beautiful dog park, which really it is a beautiful dog park.
I don't have to say, but
is
still.
it putting in new trees all along Tustin Avenue? Where do we want our money to really be spent? So we're thinking what we'd like to do is put out a poll, and we're going to ask you what is most important to you here in the city of Orange.
Yeah, because really it's not what we think, it's what they think.
Exactly.
And it's Tustin Street.
What?
It's Tustin.
It is
Oh,
Tustin
it is
Street.
Tustin Street. I know it
What
is.
did you say?
I'm calling it
It
out
is.
right now
I
before
know.
you get a flood of calls
I know.
saying
It is.
you
I
never
know.
get
It's
them.
Tustin Street. I
What
know.
did you say?
I said Tustin Avenue.
Oh,
Yeah,
'cause
it's
it goes
Tustin Street.
this way, so it's
Yeah,
street.
it's Tustin Street.
Until you get to Tustin, and then it's Avenue.
Yeah, it's Tustin Street. Anyway, so thank you
Or
for
Rose
watching.
Drive.
We'll
That'd
see you
be
next
even more
time.
confusing.
I'm Wendy.
I'm Wendy.